So Erling Haaland has taken over my brain chemistry for the past couple of weeks, being all 6 foot whatever of blonde Norwegian menace. I think I have officially lost the plot. And if you've been watching the World Cup and you've also started wanting a giant Nordic man who could throw you over one shoulder and carry you off a battlefield, well, I've got good news for you because I've got an entire reading list for this exact affliction. I'm gonna give you 5 Viking and Norse mythology romances from a dark little novella that you can finish before a match, all the way to the one book on this list that made me put my phone down and just stare at a wall. I'm saving that one towards the end. Hi, I'm Francesca. I've been reading romance for over 2 decades and reviewing romance since 2011. And paranormal and Norse mythology are exactly the flavor of romance that I absolutely love. And these are the books that immediately came to mind when I was thinking about, well, I really want a Viking romance right now. So here's how this is going to work. I'm going by how big of a bite you want. So we'll start with a little novella that you can finish before a match. Like I said, we're going to go through dragons and warrior women all the way to one epic romance story. So fair warning, we're going to open with one that's a little bit darker. So if that's not your thing, just stick around because we've got all kinds of flavors here. So let's go. First up, if you want something that you can devour tonight in one night, Ravager by Karina Helly. This is about a 50,000 word novella. It is a dark Viking romance, and the pitch for this one is literally Vikings Valhalla meets Hooked. So the heroine Shireen gets pulled out of a burning estate by Eric the Axe and claimed as a spoil of war. It's an MFM romance, swords don't cross. It's morally gray, and the heroes are built to look like the Skarsgårds. This one is on the darker side, so check the author trigger warnings before diving in, but our honest UTC verdict here is that Eric is where it's at. He's written as a reformed man, and he spends the whole novella proving that he's changed. It is dark but not too dark, and there's plenty of spicy Vikings time. Now the audiobook for this one is dropping at the end of July, so if you would rather listen, you can wait for that one as well. Book 2, and this is where my paranormal heart immediately went to when I thought about Vikings, is Heart of Fire by Beck McMaster. The tagline for this one is Vikings meets The Princess Bride. It is a dragon shifter romance. It is rooted in Norse mythology. It is set in the volcanoes of Iceland. Our heroine Freya is a pragmatic farm girl with elf-cursed eyes who marches up to confront the Dreki that stole her last ram, and the Dreki is an exiled prince in disguise who decides on the spot that he's keeping her. Now this is the book that convinced me that Beck McMaster can write in any genre, and it moves pretty fast for a fantasy. Usually they can take a little bit of time with the world building, but this one just throws you right in. Freya is fierce and unafraid, and Rurik has this otherworldly, kingly, not human thing going on, which is really amazing and sexy, and the tension between them turns into something that is so delicious to watch unfold. It's kind of fated mates, it's slow burn. It's also the first in a series, so it's the Legends of the Storm series, so there's a whole world for you to dive into. It's definitely worth the read if you're a dragon girly, and I mean dragon shifter girly, not dragon rider, although there is dragon riding. Are you still with me? Good, because book 3 is going to sound like I'm joking, but I'm really not, and you definitely need to read it. That is Hunting Season by Shelley Lawrenston. Like, Shelley Lawrenston is my goat when it comes to funny paranormals, and this is about winged warrior women that serve a Viking goddess. So our heroine Nisi is lethal, stubborn, she's from New Jersey, she's barely polite, never nice, and the man chasing her is Jaeger, an Odin warrior who is genuinely just a nice guy, hopelessly gone for her. This is definitely the fun pick on this list. It is classic Shelley Lawrenston. It's full of humor. There's a wild creative world. There's bitchy warrior women friendships. The whole cast will just have you wanting to keep reading. It is sexy, laugh out loud funny. It's got real stakes. It's just a fabulous good time. Okay, now are you ready for my wall starer? This is the one that I told you about when I started this video. That is The First Girl Child by Amy Harmon. This one is about a cursed kingdom, warring clans, and Norse mythology that's woven through every single page in this story. We have a dying woman that curses the land, so from that day no daughters will be born in Salak. That's the curse. Then now we have Bear, who is a bastard boy with inhuman strength and a stutter from that same curse, and he grows up to protect Alba, who is the first girl child born in 20 years in Salak. Now here's the thing, I went in expecting political intrigue and a central romance, obviously, and that's not all that this is. It spans 20 plus plus years. It follows a whole group of souls, and it is so much more beautiful than anything I was expecting. Now, Harmon's writing is always so captivating. She's one of those truly gifted authors. She writes really lyrical stories, and this whole story played out in front of me like an absolute beautiful movie. The stubborn romance between Bear and Alba is understated and innocent, and it wrecked me. There's a secondary romance which was also amazing. There's a ton of inner strength that every character shows, and it just slowly weaves them into your heart, and it's just such a beautiful story. Honestly, if you take one book off this list, this is the one that I consider worth the ache. It's the one I couldn't stop thinking about. It is masterful storytelling. And by the way, there is a second book in the series, so you can even get more. And then one more that is on my own TBR. I'm genuinely excited to read it. It's Viking Warrior Rising by Asa Marie Bradley. Now, this one is paranormal romance, which is my whole heart, as you guys know. It's immortal Viking warriors who are humanity's last line against Loki's forces. And when Warlord Leif kisses a dark-haired woman who fights like a warrior herself, he accidentally triggers an ancient Norse bond, except she breaks away before it completes, and now he's running out of time before his warrior spirit goes full berserker. I haven't read it yet, but it's a double RITA finalist, a Holt Medallion winner, and it's got Ilona Andrews and Rebecca Zanetti's stamp of approval. And let me tell you, Ilona Andrews has never steered me wrong when they blurb a book. So I am so excited to read this one. It is probably the one I'm going to pick up this weekend as I'm watching football. So there's your Viking emergency reading kit. Ravager if you want some fast and dark Vikings, Heart of Fire if you want some dragons in the mix, hunting season for the fun, and The First Girl Child if you want something that's going to make you feel something. So go watch Haaland play some football and watch all the edits, but also tell me in the comments what are your favorite Viking romance books so I can add them to my TBR. I've got a full list of Norse mythology over on the blog, so link's going to be in the description. And if Viking and Norse mythology and dragon romance is your kind of reading, then this whole channel is going to be your reading clubhouse. So I hope that you stick around. Bye for now.